Morning. Welcome to Portsea Mix Tea. Thank you for being here. It's great to be here myself. Just to tell you that the schedule on here on the Portsea, I've just changed it round a bit so that I can have the poetry first and then the talk after. So I hope you like the new format. Um, please bear with me. If you could please subscribe and or hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted when my videos come out. And like if you like the content, then please can you give a like to the channel or even share the video if you like it that much. So let me start by saying, so is it just me? The name of the poem that I'm going to feature this morning is called I Pray. And it goes, isn't that uncanny, the way things just happen? Is it just luck? I do not think so. Nor do I think it's magic, because I do not believe in that. It is certainly a mystery that I cannot explain, nonetheless fascinating, I would say. And though most won't believe a word I say, I live it, I live in the proof today because I pray. I hope you like that poem because it is what I am going to talk about in the talk. So you can just judge for yourself whether or not this has ever happened to you. So is it just me? Before I started to look for my second home. I had in mind exactly what I wanted in my new home. And I prayed about it. I wanted a small home, maybe 2 bedrooms, with a manageable garden, not a lot of grass, and it would be about 1.5 miles from the sea. And I wanted to be able to see the sea from my bedroom window or from my house. I also had a price in mind that I wanted to pay for this house because I'm not rich. So I had, I just had the amount in mind that I would like to pay after the sale of my other house. So when I finally started looking online, I saw many houses and they were lovely. I looked in various places until my niece suggested a certain place. And I looked there and I thought, yes. So because I saw a house that I really liked, and when I saw it, I looked at it and I thought, when I saw a plant in the back garden that I like, I thought, yes, that's my house. But then when I looked again, I saw that the garden was up above and the house was down. So any water that come down from there would be going down into the house. So I was a bit worried then. I was worried about flooding and stuff like that. So I said, oh no, I'm going to rule that one out. I'm not going to bother with that one. I'm going to look around and see if I can see something else. So not long after, that house that I'd like went off the market. Somebody must have put in an offer on that. And then also my house that I had up for sale was the person didn't want to continue to buy the house after a while. It had fallen through, put it that way. So I carried on looking, and somebody else that had put in an offer on my house, they decided that they wanted the house, so they started to put an offer in, and everything was back up again and running. So now again I was looking online, and as I look, I saw many houses that I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to go and see that. I'm going to go see these ones. So eventually I picked 5 houses that I wanted to go see. And because it was far away, I booked my coach fare booked my coach seat, I should say, and arranged a weekend that I would go down and booked all the viewings for this one particular Saturday. So anyway, I'd looked again in the papers, in the online, sorry, and there was that house that I'd previously liked, and I said, "Oh, it's back on the market," I said. But I didn't think anything of it. I didn't put it on the list to go view, so I just carried on and went on the morning before I went on the coach to go view these houses, to go down to view these houses. I was in my house, and the phone rang, and the lady said, "Oh, one of the houses that you wanted to see is off the market. Somebody's put an offer in." I said, "Okay, that's strange." So I carried on. I got dressed, got in my car, and drove to the coach station, parked my car up for the weekend, and then went off you know, to go and view these houses because I was spending the weekend there. So I got on the coach. On the coach, phone ring. Another estate agent, another house had gone. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? Because this was uncanny. And then all the way through the trip, one after the other, I had a call from each estate agent to say the houses have gone. One was left. So by the time I got to the area that I was going to go live in, I got off the coach, got myself to the hotel. In the hotel, the phone rang. The final house had gone. I said to myself, I didn't panic. I just said to myself, well, what do I do now? So I rang my daughter and we talked, and she said, "Oh, is there anyone that you like again?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to have a look again online to see if anything's there." Went online, and there was the house that I had originally cancelled out of my thing by saying, "Oh, no, not for me because it might be at risk of flooding." So when I decided, right, let me ring this estate agent and see if this house is still available. I rang up the Friday evening. She says, "Oh yes, the house is still available." I said, "Can I have a viewing tomorrow?" And she said, "Okay." So I got in the taxi when I think my appointment was 11 o'clock. Got in the taxi to this appointment to go view the house. Got outside the house, looked at the house, and said, "This is my house." It was the same house that I had originally, as I said, cancelled. I said, "This is my house." And I knew straight away that I wanted to buy that house before I even went through the door. And I had a price in mind that I wanted to pay. The price that I was going to pay initially, I decided to up it to pay for this house. And I went inside, looked at inside. It was lovely. I felt like I was at home in this house. I did not feel anything. I prayed on it and left it with the Almighty and went back home, hoping that everything will be all right. Then I hear back from the estate agent. The person who was selling the house had accepted my offer, which I was so glad about. So I started the ball rolling, and here I am now, living in my house, having my sea view as I wanted, and a big bonus, I have a lovely mountain at the back of my house where horses and different wildlife are. So, didn't I do well? So tell me, is it just me, or has this ever happened to you? Could you please, thank you for listening to me, and could you please subscribe to my channel? And if you like this, leave a comment and let me know if there's anything you think I should do to improve the channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for viewing Port C Mix Tea.